Hello everyone. I know a road. I've known it for 38 years, probably. Yeah, 38 years is a good number. I've known it since it was just a no account dirt trail through the forest. Nobody lived on it except for three houses. Yeah, I know that road well. I've grown up with that road. Well, let me say I've grown old with that road. When I first got familiar with Bayview Drive, it was a dirt trail covered with trees alongside and nobody around except moose and coyotes and I don't know, a few other critters, I guess. But it was a nice place, nice and quiet, and you could walk on that road and didn't have to worry about traffic because there wasn't anybody coming up Bayview Drive at that time. But now you look at it now, here in 2024, it's not the same road, folks. It is not the same road. There's houses, nice houses lining the road. The forest is all gone except for small patches, here and there. Like I got one out here in my place where I try to keep it forest for the birds, but someday that'll all be cleared and, progress, I guess. Anyway, it's still a nice little road. And it's, like I said, it's paved. The dirt's gone. It's all paved, and it's got some nice little curves in it. And people walk on it, ride their bikes, walk their dogs, jog. It's a pretty busy little road, right? And in these days. Anyway, I grew up with this road, and I've watched all these changes happening. I was there when it was paved, folks. Anyway, it still intrigues me enough to where I like to sit out there and just watch what's happening on Bayview Drive. And last year in 2023, I got the urge to film some of that stuff that happens there. It's kind of fun watching all the cars go by, people walking, and sometimes they'll wave at you, sometimes they don't. And, but it's still fun to just sit out on the deck and watch that road. And I thought, you know what? I need to make a video of that road. So last September, a year ago now, I got my Canon Vixia, I think it's a GH something 20. I can't remember. I can't remember. Anyway, it's an older video camera. In fact, that's the one you're looking at me through right now. I use it a lot, and it's a good camera. But anyway, so I set it up out on Bayview Drive, looking down the road and all the S curves, and there's a 90-degree curve, and it's pretty cool. And I just set it there, and I thought, I'm gonna make a little video of this road because I kind of like that road. And so that's what I did last fall. I sat out there and watched things happen, and I set up my camera like I said. I put a battery in it, put it on a tripod, got it composed the way I want it, and check my exposure and sound. And unfortunately, there's a couple. I didn't check the sound really well at the beginning. Anyway, that's beside the point. But I'd set it out there and I'd get it running, press the record button, and leave it. I had 3 or 4 good batteries. And so I would shoot the whole day. I wouldn't even be out there. I'd just shoot the whole day and record whatever happened. And I did that for about 2 weeks, I think it was. And it was in fall, and it started to get cold, so I quit. So I took all those files and I downloaded them to my to my computer, there was, I think, almost 111-minute or 11.5-minute clips that I downloaded into my computer. Well, that was great. Yeah, that was fun. That gave me something to do, you know. So that's where that stuff stayed in my computer until about 2 weeks, or actually about a week ago. I thought, you know, well, actually, I was going through my computer. I was trying to clear up some hard drive, you know, space and stuff like that, and I came across that folder with all those videos in it. I'll never do anything with that. Maybe I'll just delete it. It's like, I don't know, 60. I can't remember how much it was. It was a lot, and it taking up space in my hard drive. So I sat there and, yeah, I can delete those. And I sat there a little bit longer and I thought, you know what? I spent a lot of time doing that. Maybe I ought to look at them, see what I can find out. And so I did. And, you know, it's kind of pretty, it was a pretty scene back there in October or September, rather, of 23. It was nice. It was fallish it was. And so I started contemplating it. I looked through them a little bit, and you know, it wasn't steady traffic. It wasn't steady things happening. There was a lot of periods where the road just sat there by itself. Nobody was coming to visit. And so I realized that if I wanted to make a video, I couldn't just run 3 hours of mostly nothing. So I started going through it and making edits and cutting out just the parts that something was happening. And it took me a while, but it came out nice. And I'm going to make this video that I'm doing today is part 1. There'll be a part 2 because I was only half through the list of files when I figured out I had enough time on to make a video. So I put it all together and made a video. It was fun. And that's what we're going to look at today. I don't know. Someone asked me why I was doing it. I don't really know. Just because I like BAYVIEW. I like it. And I thought it would be fun to do that. And that's why I did it. And besides the fact I was looking for a project at the time, something to keep my old brain busy for a while. So anyway, that's the story behind what you're going to see here now. When you watch it, have the sound. You want to hear it because there is some interesting things happening between the vehicles going by and the external sounds you'll hear. It is kind of fun. And after I had it all done, I watched it, and then I thought, you know what? That's still kind of boring. I mean, they're just cars driving by. So I think I'm going to pep it up a little bit. And so I increased the speed on both video and audio to 300%. So these cars look like they're speeding by, but they're not. But it's kind of fun to watch. Anyway, that's my little video, and be sure to be watching for the second part. I'm going to start working on that later this week, I think. So, yeah, that's it. Let's take a look at it, and I hope you like it. If you do, leave me a comment or a like or something, I guess. So, anyway, let's go to it now, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, folks. Bye.